It's the country with the largest proven oil reserves, and oil is the economic lifeline for Venezuela. Now, the U.S. has announced billions of dollars of sanctions against the state-owned oil company PDVSA, saying President Nicolás Maduro and his allies can no longer loot the assets of the Venezuelan people.
PDVSA has long been a vehicle for embezzlement, for corruption, for Venezuelan officials and businessmen. Today's designation of PDVSA will help prevent further diversion of Venezuela's assets by Maduro and will preserve these assets for the people of Venezuela where they belong.
The U.S. sanctions come less than a week after opposition leader Juan Guaidó declared himself president at a demonstration attended by tens of thousands of Venezuelans. Since then, the dispute over who should lead Venezuela has turned into a geopolitical battle on the world stage. So far, more than 30 countries have pledged support of Juan Guaidó, including the US, Europe, and most of Latin America. And more than a dozen, including China, Russia, Cuba, and Turkey, continue to back Nicolás Maduro. Maduro was re-elected as president of Venezuela in May in elections much of the international community called fraudulent. Maduro accuses the United States of promoting a coup against him. He says with the continued support of Russia and China, he will remain president of Venezuela.
I hold the U.S. president responsible for any violence in Venezuela. It will be you, Mr. President Donald Trump, responsible for that policy, trying to change the administration in Venezuela and for the blood that could spread. That blood will be on your hands, President Donald Trump. You are responsible even when you don't show your face.
Guaidó has said he's not going to participate in what he calls false dialogue with Maduro. And the White House has warned Maduro any intimidation of Guaidó or of American diplomats in Venezuela would trigger a response from the U.S. As the U.S. imposes a fresh new round of sanctions, Guaidó has called on his supporters to take to the streets this week. He's urging members of the military to drop their support for Nicolás Maduro.
The armed forces should be with their families. They don't have enough food. They don't have enough basic necessities. They, like the rest of the Venezuelan population, are living on $3 a month. What we are asking the military to do is simply put themselves on the side of the Constitution and don't fire at peaceful protesters and young people who are fighting for their families' liberty.
Pressure is mounting from inside and outside the country for Maduro to step down. Maduro remains defiant. Juan Carlos Lamas, TRT World, Caracas.